Hello everybody, how we doing today? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Good to have you out here. Welcome. Good to have you to the Wednesday. Oh wow, hello, laggy. Hello, we're good, we're here. It's alive. Look at that. It's doing things. Oh my gosh. Hi. Welcome on in, everybody. Good to have you out here. Thank you. Come on in, settle on in, get your snacks. Hopefully you got your snacks already. Be sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already. Helps me out a bunch, and lovely to see you all out here. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like it's been so long, but it's just been since Friday. I don't know, time seems to be weird sometimes, you know. It's just kind of the way it do. Sather, thank you so much for the 10 months. I really do appreciate it. Keon, thank you so much for the Prime. And we got PJ with the 14 months. Thank you. And we got Anima with the 27 months. Just back just in time with tea. Sounds great. Sounds like a lovely way to go. Don't have any snacks, huh? Sad. I'm so sorry. I cannot provide snacks. I can only provide a nice, fun, cozy place to hang out for a few hours. That's the best I can do for you. That's the best I can do. Well, come on in, everybody. Good to have y'all out here. Lovely to see you. Umberfy with 15. Thank you so very much. If you were a Pokemon gym leader, what type would you use? I feel like I'd want to say water type, but knowing my personality, it'd probably be rock type. I think that'd probably be the way it would go. Just the stubbornness would really come through, and then you'd be like, rock type. You know, it's just really is there. First stream I've been able to catch. Welcome on in. Good to have you. Today we're going to be working on the landscape a bunch. Just kind of moving all that stuff forward. Looking forward to it. I just want to keep placing blocks. That's kind of the goal. It's just we're just going to keep placing blocks today and see where that leads us. Because why not? Tikander, welcome on in. Lovely to have you. Dragon / Fairy would be pretty OP. That'd be pretty strong. That's, you know, I think you have to be a special type of person to be that. Like, so many people think they would be that gym leader, but like if you're actually going off like what your personality would be and type of person you are, probably wouldn't be, you know. It just wouldn't synergize well with the dragon type. No, at least not for me, you know. Just a roast with carrots and potatoes, you know. All right, that's a snack. That's a whole meal right there. Dranmorphia, thanks so much for becoming a member. Do appreciate that. Where do I live? I'm on the west coast of the U.S. I'm up in Seattle. What's your favorite color? I personally like a good like dark purple.
Pleased to meet you.
I think that's my like favorite color. But I would say that like what I use the most are gonna be like oranges and light blues and things like that. Arcade Knight, thank you so much for the 16 months. Friday's stream was so chaotic. Glad for the chill terraforming today, but I enjoy other form of content. Thank you so much for like stream. Oh my gosh, that's what Friday was. That's what I'm feeling like we haven't chatted for a long time. It's because Friday's stream was just so absolutely chaotic that I felt like I didn't really get a chat with y'all at all because we had the Totem event. And then I got so busy over the weekend that I couldn't participate in it at all. I had so many plans to be on and do all these things on Saturday and gotta be there for it. I knew I couldn't make Sunday, but I was like, all right, I'll be there on Saturday. We'll do that. That'll be fun. And then I ended up going outside because we planted our garden on Sunday. Very, very excited about that. Planted my veggie garden. That's very much my like zen place outside of all the chaos of the internet. So I was getting ready for that, and I was like, oh my gosh, from the winter where we have the garden is on all these cobbled stones and things, and I was looking at it on Saturday morning, and I was like, this is so completely covered in moss. It's just absolutely disgusting, and it's so slippery that it was like, I was just like, I have to fix this, and I can't do it after I plant the garden, so I had to get it going. I spent 4.5 hours pressure washing on Saturday, and that was the entire time I had planned to be on the server doing that. Yeah, moss on stone IRL. So yeah, that was my whole Saturday, so I wasn't able to jump in on the Totem event at all or do anything else on there, which was kind of a bummer, but that's okay. It sounds like it was a chaos through and through until the end. I think it's one of those events that was fun to like take part in, And I think if I'm to do something like that, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from watching people and watching how it went. And very much going into it, I was like, all right, let's just kind of see what happens here and see where it goes. And I was watching that event and kind of watching how it unfolded. And I was like, after the fact, I was thinking about, I think what we can do to make it more fun and more content driven in the future is if I do a weekend like that on a series or something in the future, elytras are just banned. Like just no elytra. Not even for myself of being somebody who is on the ground, but I think as soon as you're getting into Minecraft, playing any sort of keep away game, and you have an elytra, you are impossible to catch. The only way you can get caught is if you mess up. There's no way somebody can outplay you, because the only way that'll happen is if you go in somewhere and you can't fly literally straight up. So if you're in the overworld with sky above you, it's impossible to stop. And this is not hate towards Scott at all. If you didn't see it, he ended up winning the event. And he had it for like the entire last hour, just flying around on elytra, and I know nobody was able to catch him. So it's the way it goes. And it was something that I think moving forwards, I'm like, all right, I learned something. I learned something here for putting on events, wrote down a note of if you do a sort of event like this in the future, make it something where people are contained into a space and they can't just nope out of there instantly. Like if you have somebody setting up like an ender pearl stasis chamber or something like that and using that to get away, like that's really cool. That's intense. And that takes a lot of setup, but yeah. It was a smart play for winning purposes. Yeah, no, what Scott did was a great way to win. But it's not a great way to create content, which is kind of the goal. But, you know, that's the way it is. That's the way it goes. But well, it's all good. It's all good. It was fun to watch. I ended up going back and watching some of their streams at the end and just kind of seeing who was hunting who down. And yeah, it seemed like a good final hour for those who were able to catch it. While they were doing that, I was at the garden store picking out my veggies. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Helen, thank you so much for the gift membership. I really do appreciate it. And Sertachian, thank you so much for the raid. I do appreciate it. I'm not familiar with you. What were you all up to today? Not familiar with your name. If you're ever on the YouTube site, my friend, please be my friends. Many friends, 600 friends to be exact. If you could leave a like on the stream, it helps me out a bunch. We got only 300 likes on the stream. We're literally just getting to 50% of the people. What veggies did you plant? I put it in the supporter Discord, but I can read through it. Let me see. I spammed a whole message at Liz being like, here's what I put. And when she actually was not asking what I'd put in there. But we did lettuce, kale, and arugula just because they're so easy to grow up here. We're trying cilantro that we started from some seeds. So hopefully those will start popping up in the next week or two. We're trying cabbage and Brussels sprouts for the first time this year. Haven't tried growing those before. And then we're also trying jalapenos and golden peppers, which I'm very excited about. Those are currently in our kitchen because it's a little too cold outside to put those out there. And then we're doing cucumbers, lavender, sage, garlic, rosemary, basil, and mint. So, you know, we're going to be making some amazing cocktails this summer with homegrown herbs. I'm going to get a garden soon as long as I can deer proof it. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Just full 360, even underneath the flower bed. You just got a full chicken wire, everything, and then the deer can't get in. We're supposed to be at a spot for a garden. Yeah. I was, when we were looking to buy a house, I was like, I want a space to garden. Like, I know I'm not doing it right now, but I know in the next year or two, I'm going to want to do it. And now we're finally at the point where we're doing it. Legolius, thank you so much for the tier 2 for 44 months, my dude. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Cabbage and sprouts are pretty easy. Gotta get some spring onion in there as well. Yeah, we were thinking about that. We do have some garlic planted that we did over the winter that is starting to break some roots out. So we're hopefully gonna see that pop up. I'll be posting a lot of updates and things as that's all going. But yeah, that's kind of the way it's doing, all that good stuff. But my friends, we got a few jobs to get done before we get into the Minecrafts of the terrain building. I've been busy building. There's a few. You can see this one, and you can see a sneak peek off the corner of the screen of what's over there. But I've been working on interior planning and all those things, and I've got this interior planned out. For those who know me, I do not like building interiors but I'm trying to change that. So I'm allowing myself to build them all in creative mode, and then I'm just using Lightmatica to bring them in. So there's a sneak peek of that one is. But I'm running out of time on the video, so before we get... because I want to post this for y'all soon so you can see the video, because I'm very happy with the builds. We need to go get this list of resources. It's just a Lightmatica schematic here. I've got 2 empty boxes. Oh, I forgot to put these looms need to be in a box over here. I've got other interiors I'm working on. Where's space and box? Okay, now we can get out of here. Potatoes are an infinite loop as well. Gosh, yeah, that's the garlic and the potatoes we put in their own contained spaces. We didn't do potatoes, but we did the garlic this year. I learned from as a kid growing up after watching my mom try and put potatoes in the ground, and then we dug potatoes out for the next 5 years after never having planted them. fWhip in his interior era, I've decided that I kind of had like a few epiphany moments while I was on vacation for a while. I've kind of talked about them a little bit, but one, please be sure to leave a like on the stream if you haven't already, my friends. I very, very much do appreciate it. We've got 660 people and only 400 likes, so we're slowly getting up there. But the epiphany era that I'm in right now is more on the side of, I really was starting to feel like I was just doing video grinds to get the grind done and just like make the thing, where I don't want to do that. I really want to get back into the phase of really loving what I'm creating. I'm enjoying looking at the things that I make, but I'm not like loving the process of creating them. So you've probably heard a lot of YouTubers saying it recently, and I think it's for good reason, but I'm going to be slowing down the amount of buildings that sorry, my brain, that we do in a single video. So I'm going to be slowing those down, but I want to instead focus on actually finishing the buildings and things that we make. So if we're starting a project, I know I must have drank something weird in the water or something like that, but I want to start focusing instead of just finishing it and being done and being like, ha, on to the next project, and then leaving the back unfinished or the interior unfinished or whatever Minecraft-y thing you want to think of, leaving unfinished. I want to instead start taking the time to actually finish things, and so the interior gets decorated, all that stuff, so that instead of thinking about like, oh, I still have all of this stuff left to go, we can instead be like, no, this thing is fully fleshed out, done, and we can move on and we can focus on other things instead of having it forever looming in the fWhip project list book. So that's my goal. That's the goal moving forward. I'm going to keep at it for a while. I will say that interior building and decorating and all that stuff, even with planning it in creative and getting that, then going and collecting the materials and whatnot, takes so long. I finished the buildings at day 6,480. We are now on day 6,517, and all I've done is decorate 3.5 interiors in almost 40 days in game. So they're taking a long time, which is why there won't be a video tomorrow. But I'm absolutely loving doing it and being able to walk through them. And you'll see when we get into the video that even the content on the video is going to be a little bit more chill. I still want to have like the same ideas that we've had before, and it's still going to be a fWhip video, but it's just going to be a little bit that's not what I'm looking for. Some slower elements. So we need 11 trapdoors, and I really did not need all of this stuff, but that's okay. So yeah, that's kind of the goal moving forward, is to do a little bit more along those lines. And then I also found, if you notice, it's a little bit darker in here. I was thinking about it and looking at a lot of the interiors that I love that people have made around me and like other Minecraft builders, and playing on a lower lightness level, because I normally would play at like here, like 280 for YouTube video quality, so it doesn't get compressed. And I'm trying for now, I've moved it down to 140% brightness, so we get a little bit of those shadows in those darker spaces instead of only starting to see a shadow at 0 light. So I'm messing around with a few things for now, and we're gonna see kind of how it plays out. Ooh, we are low on dark oak. Bummer. 9 trap door, 7 slabs, 6, 6. Okay. Actually, that works out great. All right, I need to go chop some dark oak soon, but we'll be able to get enough to get through today. Yeah, easy. So for those who aren't familiar, this is just light matica. You can use it to create, you can build something in another world, create a blueprint of it, and then bring it into this one. And that's kind of what I do to help myself with speeding things up and making it a little bit easier to keep track of. So we're using that. Yeah. It's like, I think I need that. Why is exterior design more difficult than Why is interior design more difficult than exterior design? Interior design, for how I play Minecraft, everything is scaled around the player. So if you think about it, a roof is maybe 5-6 blocks tall, and that's like a big grand open space. So you have to figure out how to squeeze all those details in such a small area. Whereas when you're working on the exterior, it's easier to just scale things up, add some extra depth, and it's hard to do that on the interior. But a way that you can make it a little bit easier for yourself is by scaling up the outside of the building, and it can give you a little bit more space in there, but I don't always enjoy doing that. So it's just kind of differences on how you play. For me, I really like the scale that I work with. Do I have any more bamboo? I don't. For exterior builds, I really love the scale because it's very Minecraft player focused, and then cramming an interior into that is sometimes a little bit more difficult than not, but that's okay. It's a fun challenge. Ladders, lever, cool. I think it's a skill that I'm going to grow a lot as I move and kind of keep moving forward with all of it, so we'll see. I don't think I need these, but we'll get them. No, I'm not getting them. I don't think I need them. No, I do need them. Do I need them? No, I don't need them. Maybe I do. I don't know. We'll find out later. Okay, 3 bamboo hanging signs. I think we're done in here. Now we need the bee. We can make some beehives too. Let's just, I'm running out of beehives, so we're just gonna do this. And actually we're gonna get that. We're just gonna make a whole 6 stacks here. Fly on down to the bee farm, where I need to reload this. We are actually fully out of shears on every single one of these. So maybe we do that real quick. But we take 3 stacks here, and then we could just craft ourselves a whole stack of beehives because I use them so much to decorate. Why don't you just use the info HUD? I honestly just like to go through here. I find it comforting just to click through all of them and be like, ooh, that serotonin boost of just checking off a box, so real. So I don't know about y'all, but I love that. Oh, seeing a checklist just go, it feels so good, man. So good. Few better feelings in the world than checking off a checklist. When you get the whole thing, that last checklist and a whole list, oh, feels so good. So good. What am I looking for? Let's go get our plants. Actually, we need to get a little smooth stone in here. Also, Cass, Voice Axe, thank you so much for the 5 gift memberships. I'm so sorry I missed that earlier. I was on a blab. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so we need 2 smooth stone. That's it. That's all I forgot in here. Boop, boop. Have you ever thought that you're not alone in the hardcore world? No. No. I'm not a Herobrine believer. I'm sorry. There's azalea somewhere around here. Was it 3 or 4? 3, of course. Fine. And then I should have a lily pad here. So, oh, we do need glow lichen. Ooh, I'm so out of lily pads. It's fine. Okay, what else do we need? Bam, 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 bam. Ochre frog lights. I think I have just one. We could do this. We can make our little flower pots. Oh, geez. Hello. Game lag. No, thank you. And then I should just in one of these, that is, haha. We'll just take those. I need to reorganize my storage so badly. Like, it's getting rough, y'all. It's getting rough. Into the bookstore real quick, and we can grab a little bit of bamboo. Don't need Herobrine when you have a wandering trader popping up everywhere. Exactly. Yeah, if you're getting any lag, please refresh the stream. Refresh. It'll help out, I promise. Did something change on YouTube, by the way?
Hey, for real.
Pearl! Holy cow! The potato party is here. Welcome, everybody. Lovely to have y'all. We're playing a little hardcore Minecraft today. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What were y'all up to over at Hermitcraft, I'm assuming? Welcome on in, everybody. Nope, that's not. You go there. We're just throwing together a few materials here for a project that I'm working on, and that I meant to get all these things planned out before stream, and then I didn't. So there's that. But that's that box done. Welcome on in, everybody. Lovely to have you all out here. Hello. Hi, my name's fWhip. I play a lot of hardcore Minecraft. We're doing a lot of stuff, cool things. I've been in this world for 6,518 days now, and I really love to build. I love to build a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of things around here. Welcome on in, everybody. Was lagging trying to load this for a hot set. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Yeah, I don't know if Twitch is being weird or what, or I've been multi-streaming the last few weeks, and I don't know if their server is being weird at all or anything like that. But yeah. Thank you so very much for the raid, Pearl. I really do appreciate it.
Nice to meet you.
Gorgeous world as always. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we're working today on a new landscape project right over there. I've been recently working myself on expanding. I've got a big old city here, and my goal with this is like a giant medieval fantasy world. It's just kind of building it out and everything. So we've been doing a lot of cool builds and things around here. This right here was a pillager outpost that we transformed into a castle just for funsies. I actually need to go drop that off before we head over. Liz, thank you so much for gifting the sub to Pearl. I appreciate that. How old is this world? I started this when Caves and Cliffs Part 2 came out. So what was that? 2018? No, that's way long ago. Is that 2022? 21? Something like that. I don't know. Whenever the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 came out and we got the new terrain generation, that's when I started this world. But yeah, I added the 1.21 block features that y'all Hermitcraft fans are probably pretty familiar with. I had that like a week or two ago to my world, just because I was like, I can't. I keep seeing Pearl build with tough blocks and all of them building with the tough blocks, and I'm like, I need them myself. So I added them here, and I've been kind of going through and re-updating a few of the old builds. But yeah, it's been really cool to keep all this stuff going. So we've got this is the upper district of the city. This is like a big old mansion that I turned into like a town hall that the city like converted. If somebody used to live in there, own it all, and then they converted it into like a public building. We've got a little tailor shop over here, grocery store in here, all that cool stuff. Just a lot of random stuff throughout here. My goal is just to create something that is really immersive to walk around in. And once you're in the space, you really feel like you're fully just like in the entire region of it. So we've got a little stables in here where we have every single type of rideable mob except the camel, because I built this before then and I haven't bothered bringing a camel over. But like we got the pig, he needs a saddle, and we got a skeleton horse back here, and just yeah, that tree completely blocks out all light in the area. So that thing's got almost 70,000 azalea leaves on it. So it's It's a big boy. We got a little blacksmith over here, just a little tour of the upper part. This is like the original space of the city I built, and then we've been slowly expanding and going to the lower areas where this is pretty recent additions in here. I've still got a lot of interior spaces to flesh out and really build out. I'm turning over a new leaf of I'm actually trying to decorate the interiors and make those look fancy and all nice and stuff. That's a lot of A's. I didn't mean to type those. First hardcore video, so it was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years makes sense. I was gonna say, I think we're at like the 2.5 year right now. This is a big goal of mine that a lot of people are like, why do you do that? Is to make storage rooms throughout the world here instead of putting them all just like in a single space. Like, I don't want a mega storage room. So this is like my color storage building. I call it the color cathedral. Everything is very, very colorful. So over here we have all the different types of candles. Over here we have all the different types of dyes and everything. And then down below you can jump in here and we have all the different types of concretes hanging out in that space. And then we have all the different glasses over here, which are set up with a auto sorter behind it that I want to hook into and make a...
Nice to meet you.
I want to make a glass factory soon that's going to have auto crafters in it that'll be able to craft any type of glass I want, and then I'll just send it underground through like a water tunnel system and just put it into storage there. All these things are brand new. Those haven't been seen in a video yet, so I'm not going to focus on them, but it's been fun. It's been really cool. Aragonium, thanks so much for the 6 months, my dude. Just found some time for Minecraft again. I'm currently also terraforming for a project, so thanks for the inspiration. Hey, of course. And good luck. Good luck. Yeah, this is like the lower city area. We got kind of another mansion-y type thing that is going to eventually be a town hall. Cool little horse statue. Another one of my storage rooms here is for all the foliage things in the game. So we have the foliage market where every single type of plant or leaf is stored in this little building, which has been pretty fun. And then we just a lot more things throughout here. There's a lot. we could tour. I actually just posted a world tour if anybody's curious over on my second channel, fWhip 2 TWO. And I think it's a full hour. I think it's over an hour going through and walking through everything. So if you're interested and you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to go check out the full tour there. I really went in depth into looking at all of it. But yeah, this has been my Minecraft obsession for the last 2.5 years or so. Have you ever used the creeper fridge? That I plug it in sometimes if I'm not streaming and I'll like chill a beverage in there or something, but no, it's a little too loud to run, so it picks up on the microphone. So yeah, I try to not run it too often. This right over here though is right there is the output of a gas farm. It's in the nether, but this is where the output comes to collect all the gunpowder. And so it was really ugly, so we hid it inside of that. It's kind of like Halo inspired. And then this mountain was just a custom mountain that I wanted to make. And I decided because we have gas farm in here, which makes gunpowder, why not put a creeper farm inside of this thing? So this mountain here actually hides a creeper farm. And we didn't measure it, didn't do it on purpose, but this actually happened to be the perfect AFK point, just standing up here, which is kind of fun. But yeah, so you can see the world stretches very, very far. We've got a racetrack over there where I've been trying to I bred the fastest possible horse in Minecraft, and we're going to start trying to work towards breeding the fastest possible donkey, and then try and get the fastest possible mule in the game. And then do like a big epic racetrack of sometimes I'll make a copy of this world and invite some friends on and do random shenanigans or something like that just for fun. So what's the lore behind the mountain monument?
Nice to meet you.
A big thing that I've been trying to do in this world is just create buildings that can lead to a lore, that can lead to some sort of hidden storyline behind it. But I'm not actually writing the story. I like to leave that up to the viewers who are like watching and how you all experience it. You can interpret the lore for yourself for everything. Like I have kind of a rough lore in my brain of some ancient society that used to be here, had a lot of technical magical power or something like that, so they created these monuments. And as you can see, there's no beacon beams throughout here, but like we have a beacon coming up out of this thing, which gives, I can't remember what buff that it, yeah, absorption and regen. So I'm trying to put more of those throughout the world and make them not everywhere, but every once in a while you'll see these things. So it's got like this weird focusing lens of sorts in there that's able to channel all the power and everything. And then if you're nearby it, you get the buffs. How fast can the horse go? Dude, the fastest horses, I think they're like 15 blocks a second or something like that. I'll show you all. They're nuts. They're or it's 14.2, I think, is the fastest. Yeah, so this is a 14.2 and 4.6 jump. But look, this dude's zooming. He's so quick. And then we've got, I haven't got the max jump height yet. The technical max jump height is this. And I haven't been able to breed for that yet. I haven't tried for a while though, but this guy's not a 5. He's a solid 4.6 jumper. If you get the max out jump, he can get up to there. But yeah, I hooked up this whole horse race track. There's a tripwire hook here that starts a timer that calculates based off of that tower. And then the timer, there's like some scores over there and everything for running the track. I want to update and renovate the track, so I haven't run it very much recently, but it's been fun to keep track of and kind of have those things going. If you're a F1 fan, this track is inspired, I think, the San Antonio, Texas Formula One track that they had. This is like loosely inspired by it, so I tried to pick up something. But yeah, so for what we are working on today is, if you do know me, you know that I love stupid terraforming projects for some reason. So that's where this comes in. That's where this comes in. We are working over here on creating a entire custom landscape. We've got 44,000 blocks placed down so far on here, and I'm trying to make it very much like an arid highland biome. So we're using a lot of our path blocks. We're using a lot of these like wheat over here to symbolize grass, to be like a golden color, and or a yellowy color. It's been super fun. Yeah, it's massive. We started last Wednesday stream of building that rock out over there, and I thought we could continue on that and see where it goes. But the way that I'm keeping track of how many blocks we've placed here is how many shulker boxes we empty. I'm keeping a tally in my just in a notepad of how many, so I can know what's going on. But yeah, I saw somebody asking if there's a way to get a download. I have downloads available for tier 1 members, tier 1 Twitch subs, and Patreon tier 1, and all tier 1 and higher for everything. Just as a thank you. I did put out a world download recently. I'm working on episode 61, and I put out a download every 10 episodes. So we actually literally just posted a download 2 weeks ago, and it's pretty much as up to date as you can be, or 1 episode behind. Maybe like 80 days of Minecraft behind where it is now. But we're chilling. That's the way it goes. This is huge. Yeah, it's been really fun to make. It's been really fun to get back into designing and building all these things out. That's going to be another shulker emptied, and that's cool. We'll do that. We'll pick up a little bit of our stone. And I like to bring... I'm using moss as like a way to block from grass spreading up. I think we need moss right there. Because that grass is... Yeah, we have to... like, brain do brain thing real quick. Hold up. One moment. Oh, okay, we did. I was like, where? Wait. No, we're good. We actually did that. Great. Good. What simulation distance are you running? I am... Simulation distance is just 20 chunks, but render distance I have on 72 chunks. That way... I use the NVIDIA mod for anybody who is a Java player. It is... If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, it's so good. It's so absolutely worth using if you can. So almost every terrain we see here is fWhip made. That mountain, all that is naturally generated. The only custom terraforming I've done around here is that mountain. I mean, we've done a lot of little tweaks and things over here. Like this used to be a weird valley, so we fixed that up. My end goal of this spawn region is to have everything here something that I have modified. So like everything in here, all of this we've done the actual terrain. It was a hill before, we just way upped it. This is a whole custom oak forest that I've built. We've got a whole custom birch forest over here. All of this is terraformed out. Almost everything in the valley here has been terraformed. It's all natural. It was a natural valley. I chose this world spawn, or this seed for the hardcore world, because we had this really cool valley with a mountain, a mountain, and a mountain. But then this really, really cool area in the middle that I had kind of the plans to put the massive tree on. That's my wood storage room. How do I turn the NVIDIA thing on? You need to download the mod, NVIDIA, and then you'll get the fancy magic. But yeah, world spawn is those 4 torches right there. Like that is where the world started. And when I spawned in, I just kind of walked over that way, looped all the way around the mountain, then came back here and was like, oh my God, we're living here. This is amazing. If you know Mythical Sausage, he's a friend of Pearl and mine. He died in his hardcore world, so I gave him a balloon here. I for a while was keeping track of all my friends that I was outlasting in there who are also doing hardcore worlds. If they died, I would put a gravestone in here. I haven't done it recently because not actually, you know what? Owen died recently. We need a grave for Owen. We gotta put a grave. Somebody remind me next hardcore stream. Somebody remind me that we need to make a grave for Owen. I actually want to focus on getting something built today. But yeah, we'll make a grave for Owen here. Gonna binge this series. There's so much content. there's 60 episodes, and episode 61's coming out soon. As you're a good builder, how does one build a small starter house that also feels spacious? I think if you're trying to make it also feel spacious, an easy tip would sink the floor down a block. So you walk into the house and you go down a single step. That way you just tear that layer of dirt. You just get rid of the layer of dirt, right? And then from that, you've got a very, very easy way to just get an extra block of ceiling space if you don't want to make the walls too high. Who's Owen? Owen's Juice. He's I'm doing another series right now called Minecraft SOS that I started, and Owen plays on SOS, and he's been on a few other series with us in the past, but it's a hardcore inspired Minecraft series. But Owen also has a single player, well, I should say had a single player hardcore world where he unfortunately died in the last week or so. Very, very sad death. He is actually like a true hardcore Minecraft fiend though, because he plays without a totem. So he's one of those people that's just like, I'm so good I don't need a totem, where I'm over here like, you best believe that totem never leaves the offhand. So yeah, he unfortunately did do a dead in his hardcore world. I kind of want to bring the moss over here.
Pleased to meet you.
And that should stop it from growing up there. Okay. Where's the map build? I forgot it. The map is inside of the castle that is at the far side of the valley there. You can kind of see the very top of the castle, that thing. In that castle, there's the map rooms are all in there. How'd Owen die? You have to go watch the clip on his side if you want to see, but it was a sad day. I can't just spoil it and tell you all. Like, if somebody dies in their hardcore world, they deserve to be the one getting content out of it. That's true enough. If anybody's out there posting like clips and things of people losing their hardcore worlds and like the saddest hardcore Minecraft deaths, like, nah, don't do that. Don't. That's not cool. Let the people who actually lost their world get the views off of the clip of them dying. Big sad. It's so sad. So I don't want to take any views away from it. He's got a clip on his Twitch page if you want to see it. How many totems have you used in this world? We've only used one. As much as I'm a scaredy cat and I always use totems, I've actually only ever popped one totem in this world. And that was because I had a glitch somehow. I think the little guy was trying to murder me, but I got kicked off of a strider in the middle of a lava lake, and my elytra bugged and wouldn't let me get out of flying mode. but it also wouldn't let me use a rocket. I was in this weird like swimming state. You probably have seen it before when you get stuck in lava that your character will randomly kind of start swimming. And yeah, so that happened and I couldn't get out of it. And so I ended up just burning in lava until the totem popped. And thankfully, totems of undying now give fire resist when they pop. Otherwise, we would have lost this world quite a few years ago. Like a year and a half. That happened when I was doing a run to get all of the advancements in Minecraft. And I needed to kill or to get a strider in the overworld. So I was literally walking the strider to another portal and randomly just got kicked off the strider. Yeah, season 1, I died to a creeper. We are in season 3 of hardcore now. Yeah, season 1, I died to a creeper while taunting that Minecraft would never add anything to instant kill you. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That's pretty bad one. Pretty bad one. And then season 2, I died to a zombie because I got stuck in water and was drowning and zombie spooky. Mostly because I was being dumb. The season 2 death is I'm a little ashamed by it. I could have avoided it pretty easily if, but you know, hindsight's 20/20 when it comes to those things. You just kind of got to take them. It's if you're playing hardcore Minecraft, it's not an if you're gonna die, it's a when you're gonna die. And that one was a bit of a stinger, but you know, is what it is. Are season 1 and 2 downloads still available? Yeah, for members, if you join the Discord, they're all posted in there. There's a downloads channel. You can still get access to those. Okay. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. It's a little flat, I will say that much. But I actually don't hate it. Oh, I installed this new mod recently called Wakes. Look at this nice little wake it has. Whee! It just follows you around in the water. That's the whole mod. That is it. I mean, actually, it can also do this. Whee! It's purely visual. It does nothing. I just love it. Okay, so I like this so far. But I am thinking, one, let's put a few torches in. Because, also missed a block over here. Yeah, right there. But I kind of want this to be a bit wider. So let's go to the far side. You plan on convert your worlds to bedrock since they have hardcore now? No. As far as like converting my series to be playing on bedrock, no, not at all. I think bedrock is cool that they have hardcore, but I'm so familiar with the controls and everything on Java. If anybody here has played both bedrock and Java, you know what I'm talking about. That the games, that it's the same game, but it feels so different to play that I really don't enjoy playing bedrock. It's no hate towards it at all, but it's when you've been playing Java Minecraft for 15 years and then you expect the movement in the game to feel a certain way, you expect the game to play a certain way, and then mechanics are different, and it's really hard to get used to. Do we like that line? I feel like I almost want to bring it up more. I don't like that it kind of goes there and then up. I kind of want to reverse that. We're gonna do a little bit more. That's falling.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, we'll do this. And then that can kind of also come this way a bit. Yeah, that'll be our top. I think the goal today, if we can, I would love to like finish this whole from there coming around to here. I want this to continue stretching out that way, as I need to hide that. That's the land where I gathered all my azalea leaves while I was building that tree. So that's all of that is just rooted dirt waiting to be collected under every single oak log. So I just haven't bothered with it yet. Andrew, thank you so much for coming to member. Also, Bird Draws, thank you so much for the 14 months. Menino, thank you so much for the 11 months. Siciliano, thank you so much for the prime. Brick House, thank you so much for those 6 months. I'm so sorry I missed so many of those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, this should work for now. I just want to get this in here and we can kind of... We'll stretch it out a little bit more, but I want to get our lower rocks built up and then we can kind of figure out where it's gonna go. I do like the idea of this rock kind of coming around here. But also the terrain here can start inching its way upwards. So part of that rock is going to be a little bit more hidden. And then, yeah. Carly, thank you so much for coming, member. How many hours in total have you played Minecraft? So many. So many. You all remember when Xbox did that little, like, year in review thing? This last, like, in December or whatever? My Minecraft hours for last year alone was almost 4,000. I think I was like 3,800. It was a lot of hours. Lots of hours. My friends over on the YouTube side, if you haven't already, please be sure to leave a like on the stream. Helps me out a bunch, so I very much do appreciate all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brooklyn, thank you so much for the 10 months. I got 4 tattoos yesterday. Arms so sore. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I remember I have a tattoo on my shoulder, and I remember just being like, oh yeah, I'll be fine, like, and then afterwards just being like, ow. It's amazing. It's amazing how much being poked with a needle can actually make you feel really sore for a while. 20 tick redstone and combat update would make me so happy on Bedrock. Oh, is it not 20 ticks?
Feeling much better, and I hope everyone is doing great. Smiley face. How are the pups doing? And how was your vacation?
Sasha, thank you so much. Pups are good. They're having a great day. They're chilling. Actually, no, they're a little sad today. My wife had to go in the office, so Nova's big sad again. Forced to hang out with her dad again. Ugh, how awful. My mom's not here. She's been crying all morning. She's like, Mom, when are you coming home? I'm going to sit at the front door and howl because I'm sad. I'm going to do a howl. And I'm like, hey, I'm here too. That's not dirt. Sorry, this was a little like too flat, so I thought we could just add a little dirt section. I don't know why I'm saying sorry, but I was like, maybe I should have explained that before I did it. But no, we're just gonna do it. Landscaping with beds. Hey, that texturing. Sometimes you just need the perfect block to texture. Maybe it's a bed. I both wish we had the ability to see our total life hours in Minecraft, and I'm a bit scared to see my total hours. Yeah, I don't want to see it. Actually, I don't really care too much, because I have the great excuse that this is my job. So if I put a lot of hours in, then that's okay. That's part of the gig. What I don't want to see is my total hours in World of Warcraft. If anybody else here plays WoW, you know the feel. That is a big one of I do not ever want to know that number. I got 7,500, 8,000 hours in Dota. I wear that like a badge of honor. I was chatting with one of my friends a while ago. And he's been on a League of Legends kick recently. And I'm like, why are you doing that to yourself? He's like, I have to do it. He's a Silver League hero. And he's like, I have to get out of Silver League. I have to do it. I'm like, how many games have you played so far this season? He's like, 3,000. I'm like, you played 3,000 games this season and you're still in silver? Like, bro, hang up the hang it up. You don't need to do this to yourself, trust me. He's just like frustrated every day grinding rank games trying to get out of silver. I'm like, dude, at one point you just gotta admit like maybe it's not for you. And that's okay. Totally fine. I don't want my hours in Hearthstone. Yeah, no. My most hours are in Skyrim. I don't even know how many hours, nor do I want to. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I played Skyrim so much when it came out. I did kind of fall out of it after a while. I put like 400 hours probably into Skyrim, and then I was like, I just spent my time in here. But I don't really like modding games too much. So I think Skyrim is one of those that benefits a lot from a lot of the mods that have been created around it, and that's not really so much that I want to do. 4,000 in Factorio. Give this person an engineering degree. Unless you have one already, then give him a second. Okay. We're still full on moss. Another box. Another box for the pile. That was last stream's pile, so we have to start this stream's pile. Although I work in IT. Yeah, that's fair. That I feel like that brain wavelength goes in there very much so. Okay. We need to close this in. And I like the idea of like this is going to kind of head this way. We're going to bring this dirt up a good amount. A big thing for terraforming for me is I don't want there to be a consistent line anywhere. Like a consistent horizontal line to me on a terraforming project just instantly looks artificial. There always needs to be a slight interruption to it, whatever that may be. So I try and really break things up a lot. Because I'm talking like if we just did the stone from there to here, you see that as just a flat line where it all starts. Where instead, we can say, hey, let's just bring it back up here. And that's going to kind of come out this way. I should probably be recording this for replay mod. And then now we're back down at that consistent line. But not everything needs to be that extreme. So we can also just like add that into here. And this will just kind of break it up a little bit even more so by just going up a single block. And we get that. Is Factorio that game you streamed with your friend a couple years ago? Yeah. Where it's like you're just building a factory and like trying to automate everything. Oh, by the way, I don't know if y'all have seen the game. I've been obsessed. New obsession. I'm scared. I'm so scared. But Manor Lords, I don't know if y'all have seen it. A lot of people are starting to get early access codes to it, but it releases next week.
You have been chosen.
I have to show you all this. I will be definitely doing a Twitch stream. Probably not YouTube because YouTube hates anything that's not Minecraft for me. So thanks, YouTube. I just can't have fun here. But you get to see my Steam profile, I guess. So this game, we are 100% going to be playing this. It is beautiful. It's a city builder with like full-on combat to it. I want to play it so badly. It's just eggs. It's only $25. Look at the beautiful medieval accuracy you can make. Don't look at the dead bodies. It's coming to wait, PC. I have that. I don't even have to buy it. Whoo! But yeah, it's just a full-on city builder, but everything's like supernatural. It has this mode where you can go down and visit, so you can become a character, walk around in your towns and everything. And I'm like, I want to play. I want to play it so badly. I think it's gonna come with so many Minecraft build ideas. Like I have connections with Hooded Horse, who are the publishers for this game. I am debating about reaching out to them to asking if I can give them monies and get the game early. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's so cool. I'm so absolutely excited for it. Yeah, so that's gonna be happening soon. Ish. We'll probably do like 1 or 2 nights of it. It unfortunately releases, not unfortunately for anybody other than me, but it releases next week, and my best friend is coming into town next week, so because they're looking to move to Seattle, very, very excited. So he's coming out for the week next week to go tour houses and try and find a place to live. So I'm gonna be hanging with him for the most of it, so it probably won't be next week, but it'll probably be the week after. Yeah, he and his wife are moving to Seattle. We're very excited. Duo stream? Yeah, if I could convince that guy to play a city builder. I might. I don't know. It depends on how much work he has. I might force him to come into the Wednesday or Friday stream next week. Because I have a second hookup right here that can connect, and we'll just, I don't know. We'll figure it out. It might be totally scuffed, but it could be funny. But yeah, I can do it. I got 2 PCs in my office that can play games, so maybe we'll see. We'll teach him how to play Minecraft. That could be it. Okay, let's start. Oh, actually, that does need to come up, so that's okay.
Pleased to meet you.
Or Osama, thank you so much for the 20 months. Hanging out with ya while waiting to leave to the airport. Ooh, there you go. Have a fun, safe trip. Wherever you're going, pack your sunscreen. Totemaro, thank you so much for the 1 year of Prime, my dude. I really appreciate that. Sorry I missed it earlier. Yes, Liz. Yes, it is the same PC hookup. I know. I need to. I'll try and get her to do something this summer. That could be the goal. Chicken? No chicken. We're out of stone. That's not stone, that's dirt. That's stone. Whee! Dude, these Minecraft days be flying by recently. Y'all ever get to that point where you're just like, you look up and you're like, how'd my Minecraft world 20 days pass? What the heck? Dubs, thanks so much for the 8 months. Welcome on in, dude. Hope you've been well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Duo started with the fWhip? Yeah. We could do that. I could probably convince her to do that more easily than playing Minecraft. She gets a little motion sick and overwhelmed when you get anything that has the eyeball looking around and then keyboard and mouse to move around. I've realized that when in trying to convince her to play any form of video game, that just if there are 2 motion controls, it's kind of the limit for her sometimes. Somebody didn't grow up playing video games 24/7, so I don't know how. But yeah, so I don't want to put her in a spot where she's gonna be streaming and then feel gross and feel like she has to be here to hang out. I need to learn the fWhip ways of Stardew because I don't know how you got so much gold in the first year, dude. I'm about to clock out year 1 with almost 1 million. I'm on winter year 1 day 22, and I'm at just over 800,000 total earned for the farm. I'm doing it. I'm trying to push for 1 million. It's gonna be close. I got so many animals rocking. I need to get a lot of iridium milk, and we'll be zooming. I'm trying. I did look at it to do the calculation for the grandfather's shrine, and I've already got all the points needed to get grandfather's shrine. I've been, instead of selling a lot of cheese, I've been holding on to the cheese to give it to all the other people in Stardew Valley so I could get the hearts up. So now we got the whole grandfather's shrine taken care of already. I have 3 people maxed out with 10 hearts, and then I married Haley in the game, and she's at 14 hearts already. So we're trying to teach Blocky, and I feel so inadequate teaching him. So the secret to Stardew Valley, you want to know the secret is you can't play the game unless you have a side monitor with 20 tabs of the Stardew Valley wiki open. If you don't have all 20 tabs to different things, you're not playing the right way. That's the truth. If you don't have that many, I'm judging you for marrying Haley. Okay, if you're gonna min-max the game because you want to get somebody to help you water things so you can save energy and do other things, Haley is, I believe, the quickest person to get fully maxed out with the least amount of effort, because you can just go pick dandelions and give them to her, and then as soon as you get to summer, you plant 2 sunflowers and they grow, and then you replant the seeds that they give you, and then they grow, and then you replant the seeds from there, and then you have so many sunflowers, and if you put them in good soil, then you're getting gold sunflowers, and that's like a heart each sunflower. That's 2 hearts a week if you're not even maxed out. She's crazy for the flowers. Come on now. You got to think about the min-max strategy here. You think I play the game for the characters? No, Stardew Valley is about the grind. Yeah, the daffodils. Is it the daffodils? It is daffodils, not dandelion. It's the one with the big yellow flower. I always forget the names. I'm a Shane Marrier, so I have no right to judge. Hey, it's for the blue chickens. Just think of the blue chickens. But yeah, if you're trying to min-max the game, I'm pretty sure Haley is the easiest. Oh, I've heard Elliot. No, is Elliot's the one who lives down on the beach, right? I've heard he's pretty easy to max out too. Yeah, only 1 or 2 wiki tabs open. Come on now, that's I expected more from you. No, you're doing great. Sid doesn't like to play Stardew Valley with me very much anymore because I can't turn my brain off. I am a min-max gamer to a fault. Like, I literally can't stop my brain from wanting to min-max things. I blame my StarCraft and World of Warcraft days. I literally can't stop my brain from trying to figure out how to do it the most efficient way possible. What microphone am I using? The Shure SM7B. It's a really common YouTuber microphone, content creation microphone, podcaster, whatever. It is expensive though. If you're just getting started out on YouTube, do not buy this microphone. Until your content creation, whatever you're doing, generates enough revenue to buy this off of itself, do not buy this. That is the one most important piece of advice I think I can give to anybody looking to get gear for content creation is better gear will not make you a better content creator. If you are struggling with content creation and growing your channel, a better microphone's not gonna make you a better content creator. It might, I mean, if your audio is crap, it can help a little, but a $500 microphone is not gonna make you any better than having a $100 microphone that's a good quality one. Yeah, you have storage rooms at different places. Yeah, because I'm trying to slow myself down in this game. Minecraft, I don't play to min-max. Minecraft, I play for vibes. And it's great that Minecraft's my job.
Thought about doing from the Fog series?
I don't know what that is. What is from the Fog? Just look at Ethos setup. Exactly. Exactly. You can be a great content creator with absolutely terrible setup. From the Fog a game, or is it a Minecraft mod? Why do I feel like I should know what this is? Better attitude is going to make you a better content creator? Yeah, exactly. I didn't really get to talk to you all about it much last week because Friday's stream was so chaotic. But last week I went to high school here in Seattle and did like a talk at their career day. Just because they were like, you're a YouTuber, you would know things. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can talk. I talk all day. I can talk to some kids. And that, yeah, it was cool. It was fun. Like, they actually were asking such really good questions about what the content creation life is and everything. But it was cool. A lot of them were very much like looking for advice, as asked at one point. And so many of the people in there were like, yeah, I have a channel. I do gotta appreciate it though. When we were walking out afterwards, like after the session ended and everything, one of them's just like, so if I follow you, will you follow me back? And I was like, that's not how this works. That's not how this game works. But like, good try, but not how this game works. Wish I had a day count, but I'm in Bedrock. Yeah. I'm so surprised Bedrock doesn't do that, because they do keep track of them. Because doesn't the Bedrock weather cycle go off of your day count? Like your number of days that you have? Like, I don't get why that simple stat. That's such an easy stat to keep track of. Especially for all of the super weird stats that Bedrock does keep track of. Like, why aren't they keeping track of days? Okay, we're just gonna kind of build this up a touch. There. And then I'm okay with this being a little bit steeper.
Keep it real.
Yay, Terraforming. Happy to catch a stream. Thanks as always for the great content. Loving HC and SOS.
Cha-ching!
Ray, thank you so much for the donut and the kind words. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We are going to have to crank this up a lot more here. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, that's not going to work. I really didn't want this to be super rocky going up to the top, but maybe we can have it at the one side. I was kind of wanting this to be more plateau-y, but then we really, really peaked up the mountain here, and that's okay. That's fine. We'll extend this way here.
Pleased to meet you.
I kind of like the idea. I've been trying to practice with them recently, but doing rocks that are not just a wall, but instead can just be something flatter. So we're going to try that out here. Let there be darkness, for the mobs shall live and thrive. The Crazy Spec, thank you so much for the 32 months at tier 2, my dude. Whoa, it's been a long time. Yes, it has. Thank you so very much. And Robin, thank you so much for the 2 months. How's your day? I've been sick with hay fever all day. Oof. Ouch, I'm sorry. Day's been good over here. It's finally sunny. Was definitely getting a little worried because we planted everything on Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday were both gray, cloudy, and overcast, and a little cold. And I was like, no, my plants, my children. Helen, thank you so much for the 14 months. Hope you're doing well. Got a dip, might be back. Have fun, like the stream, and enjoy the grind. Yeah. That's the way we do. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a lovely rest of your day. Okay, we'll do that. That's... Oop, no, we're breaking the rule. There shall never be 4 blocks diagonally in a row. It has been spoken. As the great text decrees, there shall never be 4 diagonal in a row, for it shall look terrible.
Pleased to meet you.
Jewel, thanks so much for the 44 months, my dude. Dang, we got a lot of big ones coming in today. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well, my friend. We're going to get rid of that. All the OGs are like, you know what? I'm showing up today. Oh, I just copied that over from there. We're going to fix that. Cool. We are connected. Look at us. Thoughts about making a hidden cave? Yeah, we can get to all that stuff way down the line. For now, my focus is upon getting blocks down. We'll deal with them soon. Yeah. Once we need more dirt, we come down here and we tear up all the land, and then we move the dirt up into the sky. We have to go to the viewing tree. Always streaming when I'm at work, so I thought I'd pull up today. Yeah. I know it's not always the easiest stream window for everybody, especially not US-based people, but it's the best I can do. Chilling with full tree on both YouTube and Twitch. All right, flexing. So, I'm just going to flex on everybody today. Okay. I like that. I think that looks pretty good. I like the mound, and then we're having a dip, and then it's going to go up. That we need to figure out some more of, too. I know there's probably a lot of people from Hermitcraft in here still, but I saw B-dubs did acacia saplings with string on top of them to be like an oranger, kind of like warmer tone bush. And I really hate that he did that, because I'm thinking about using that as like a foliage option for this terrain. And do you know how terrible, absolutely terrible, that would be on a mass scale to put acacia saplings and string on top of every single one of the acacia saplings? Like, I'll do dark oak. I'll do dark
Nice to
oak
meet you.
saplings. Because you don't have to put string on top of those, and they look great. It's one of my favorite foliage blocks in the game. But acacia saplings? I mean, it'd look great. Look really, really cool. I feel the saplings would be cool. I've thought about doing a dark oak field before. Don't you have farms or stuff like that? I don't auto tree farm. Actually, I have to, there's a big little caveat on that. That rock right over there is actually another tree farm, and then we do have a mangrove tree farm. I don't really have a great string farm. I really hate my string farm. It is so incredibly slow. I really, really messed it up by getting rid of the looting on it. But that's okay. I think we're going to open this up a little bit more. I don't like how much it sticks out here. So we're just going to kind of clean cut this down. Open up the river a little bit more. Oh, geez, sorry. Eventually, I do want to like do this entire... The goal is to connect this terrain all the way over to there. Actually, it's to connect into the snowy part behind it, because this is a really cool like lone rock in the middle that I want to leave. So I'm trying to be smart about how we do that. But eventually, I think after we get this front face done, we'll come back in and decorate everything at the lower level. But I also want to redo this whole forest side over here too. So Phil, thank you so much for... Phil the Moth, thank you so much for the year, my dude. Been watching for a long time, since X-Life. Whew, wow, that is a long time. Love the content. Keep up the great work. Hope everyone is doing good. Thank you so much. And Jewel, thank you so much for the 8 months. I always forget this YouTube side message. It's all good, all good, all good. No worries. At least it's always there if you want to send it later. That's the truth. What's your opinion on shaders? I notice you never use them, so I assume you don't necessarily like them. I think shaders are fun for glam shots, but I really don't enjoy playing with them. I find playing with shaders makes me a worse builder. And it's like, in terms of, you either build for shaders, or like if you're playing with shaders, you're building to make your shaders look good. And to me, that doesn't necessarily mean a good Minecraft build, because a lot of the texturing and everything that you do in Minecraft building, especially nowadays, is very much hidden by shaders. Like here we have flat stone face, which I do want to come back and texture eventually. But if we turn on shaders, you don't really need to texture it, because it's adding in all those shadows and it's adding in all those things. So I find, for at least how I play this game, shaders tend to really blot out a lot of the detail that you put into things and really just kind of make it, they just kind of hide a lot. Like, they're pretty, they're fun to look at, I like them for this, but I haven't found shaders in Minecraft that I really, really love everything about them. And also, I don't use them in videos because a vast majority of Minecrafters play on Bedrock Edition. And Bedrock does not have shaders to the same level that Java has shaders. Nearly at all. So I don't want to alienate a large portion of my audience by... A lot of people that watch Minecraft YouTubers are... I get so many questions of people saying, how can I make my Minecraft look like yours? And if the answer is simply, oh, just install the shader pack, that's... Instantly, that's so many people are like, oh, I can't proceed to step 2. Granted, I know I do a little texture pack with foliage and things like that, and I make the bushy leaves, and I have a few other just like cosmetic things, but I think shaders are so much more extreme that I don't really like using them. You'll see in my videos every once in a while that I'll do like wow cinematic shots with some shaders turned on. Those are fun to do. I like doing those. Okay. How doth want to proceed? Kind of like the idea of this being a very green, just like smooth rolling hill section. Let's go land on this tree. This can be viewing tree for here. Because we're not in the mountain section yet. We are very much in like the lowlands section. So adding too many extreme rocky features will be out of place. But we also need to get a terrain lift to get ourselves up to that level. So using just pure grass going up, not going to work out. So we're kind of in a little bit of a rock and a hard place. Yeah, a lot of shaders now you can go into the settings and make foliage move a lot slower, where I've done that. Like in the shader pack I use, you can see that. Oh, actually, did I turn it off? I might have turned it off on these. But you see how like this is like fully reflective? Like leaves should not be that shiny. And there's no option in these shaders to turn that off. And grass, like if you look at like the top of a block, like there's a weird reflection off of it I don't enjoy. So I think we start with some more rocks like this. I really love how this section looks. I'm not too keen on this one. I'm going to leave it because we did it. But I think we're going to add a lot of trees to... Yeah. I build in non-vanilla texture so what it looks like in, say, Norse mythology won't in vanilla. Yeah. I think that's cool, though. Like, I used to play exclusively... And literally, I mean exclusively, with the Conquest texture pack back in the day. This is before me starting YouTube. I helped to develop Conquest Reforged. That's actually why I started YouTube, is because a few people that were on there we were trying to get more PR, and some people were like, hey, you should start a YouTube channel. You build really cool stuff and you make videos sharing and like show how people are making stuff with this mod, like wouldn't that be fun? And I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And then that was the start. I did that for like 6-8 months, and then I started the Building with fWhip series. Let's bring this forward a little bit more. I mean, yeah, I used to do that, and then before that, I was very much a John Smith Legacy fan, but Conquest just did it better. And then they also found ways to use microblocks and add a bunch of extra custom blocks, which were fun to detail with. Or not microblocks, but they used metadata. Doesn't exist to the same way in Minecraft anymore. Let's take this back a little bit and interrupt the curve that we have going on. We can invert it a touch. I don't know, we're just doing something here. We can add a rock here. That's what we could do. This can be a rock. That's why it's coming forward so much. I'm trying to practice making rocks just a little bit thicker. I was very much just saying rock goes until dirt starts, and then like it is purely a cliff ledge. But I'm trying to make rocks that are just a little bit like bulkier and flatter on top, because I think they look pretty cool. Trying to take a lot of... We did a few nature walks when we were off on vacation, and a little hike one day. And I was like, there's so many things that you can look at, and it's like so many rules that I've like set for myself in Minecraft building. And I'm like, this isn't how it works in the real world. Like, this is not at all how things look in the real world. So I'm trying to adjust a bit, I guess you could say. I think like that looks pretty cool. For the transition out of the snowy areas, you should look for images of taiga biomes in the summertime. just less snow. Some of them are pretty hilly, like what you're working on right now. Yeah. That's kind of a goal that I want to get to, is we're going to start looking into making this really feel like a taiga highland biome. I keep calling it a highland biome, but it very much is more taiga than anything. I just don't want to say taiga biome and then everybody be like, he's building a Minecraft custom taiga biome, because I'm not. And I don't want... Actually, this should be back. But yeah, so there's goals of taiga, like real world taiga biome. Minecraft taiga biome, not so much. Add more chickens. Not many chickens there, actually. Those are on a different island. I only saw 2 chickens. 3 chickens. Okay, let's just make a line here and send it back. This is kind of my main way of terraforming, is just placing some guidelines, see if you like it, and then figure out how to stitch them all together. Because like a big thing that we need to start thinking about is how we eventually get up to that layer. But that's okay. This can also go farther up that direction too, so we're not... Like, this could theoretically loop back around and connect to there. Probably will, to be honest, because we want that to be a lower section. But then we are going to have to figure out how to prevent the grass from going up here. So for now, let's just punch out these two and turn those into moss. Well, this world been here since day one. It's been a fun one to be developing. What's up, princess? Welcome in. Since you're going in the summer, you might want to check out Midnight Sun. Is that for me? Let's figure out how we can connect to there. I like that plan. Because that dirt's probably going to come around to here. And then we'll do something like this. That'll probably connect into there. And we'll slowly get it over. Easy. Maybe we pop it up one more right there in the middle. Hi zombies. Hope you're doing well down there today. I'll give you some shade, don't worry. Oh no, one of them died. Oh, bummer. I tried, buddies, I tried. That'll do. And then I was thinking here we can take a little moss and kind of do this as a connection point. So we can break up that so it's not just like a big stone line. And then that can kind of connect up to here. The amount of mobs that live under custom terrain is wild. They're probably having a party. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you see this, like all the mobs that are living under here, just think that those exist in your world already. They're just normally hidden in the caves. Like it's not like this is producing extra mobs. This is just producing the normal amount of Minecraft mobs that exist in your world. They're just all concentrated in one space. I do want to eventually like do something underground here. I think it could be kind of fun. My stone! Just reached my cave spider farm and forgot a bed. Ugh. Oh no, rough day. Happens to the best of us. Another box. Another box for the pile. A third box for the pile.
Pleased to meet
New,
you.
welcome on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're playing some hardcore Minecraft today. Just doing a little landscaping, some terraforming, all that good stuff.
Pleased to meet you.
Raven Monster, thanks so much for the 35 months. Watch a stream with my Westie. She says hello. Hello. And Heroic Pixels, thanks so much for the 18 months. Really appreciate it from you both. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have you ever recorded a bit that was absolute gold, but then just discovered you weren't actually recording? Yes, yeah. Usually that's followed by a few hour depression nap on the ground, but yeah, it happens. I have started, there's a feature you can run that I am sharing with every single person ever, and I've been telling my friends to use it for like 3 years now. And some of them are finally starting to do it, but it's been in OBS for years, literal years. I remember even when we did the Hermitcraft collab, Empire's Hermitcraft crossover, a lot of the hermits were concerned, like, what do we do when we're live, like when we're supposed to be here and like ready for bits the entire time? Like, that's a lot of recording files and everything. And I was like, have y'all heard of replay buffer? Not a single one of the hermits knew what it was either. And I was like, oh my gosh, how are all of you so successful and none of you have heard of replay buffer? So I had to teach the Hermitcraft people about replay buffer, but it's a thing in OBS that if you turn it on, you can have it automatically saving the last whatever number of seconds of your recording file, of your OBS window, to a recording file. So even if you don't hit record, I set it up for 2 minutes. So no matter what, if I don't accidentally hit the record, or the recording breaks or something like that and it doesn't work, the replay buffer for me is always running. So I can always at least save the last 2 minutes. So hopefully the bit just is not longer than 2 minutes. Seems to be a pretty safe one. The chance of me doing an uncut 2-minute section in a video, very, very slim. So I've always got that ready and available. and that has helped a
Pleased to
bunch.
meet you.
But yeah, no, there's been far too many times I've recorded something and been like, yeah, that was great, oh, man. Then some colorful words pop out usually. Because I'm not recording anymore at that point, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, no, it's a bummer. It's a rough one. Rainy, thank you so much for 9 months. Dwarf birch is also common near mountains. Maybe there could be some areas with those. Yeah, I haven't really thought about trees at all yet. I want to be fairly sparse on tree coverage, with like pockets of trees that exist in certain spaces instead of like consistent tree coverage. So we'll play with that a little bit more when we get to that phase of the project. But so far, I haven't even thought about it. Those will be we'll do some streams just designing and building some more custom trees, because people seem to be liking those when we did those a while back. There we go, connected up to the tippity top. I think so. Look at my mound. Yeah, that's a good mound. You just tempted to save up for the 24-hour stream prank. Yeah, it's fake. It's not real. I will say that forever and always. That's looking pretty good. It's a nice mound. It's got a good mound shape to it. What is simulation distance compared to render distance? Render distance is as far as you can see in your Minecraft world. Simulation distance is as far as things around you will be active and moving. So as far as things will process. So Minecraft, in order to make it so your game can run smoother, they're different now. They used to be the same. But now if your render distance is really, really high, like for right now, we can see all the way back to the city. But our simulation distance is lower, so all of the entities and everything that are in the city, because the simulation distance is down, they aren't loaded in, so they're not causing any lag for the game, even though we can see all the way over there. That's the best. A mound 10? Yeah, it's a mound 10, exactly. Alchemist Rain, thanks so much for the 2 months. American Mailing, thanks so much for becoming a member. Heroic Pixels, thank you so much for the 3 months. I shall research my heart out with the replay buffer. Thank you, fWhip. Yeah. It's in OBS by default. It's under options. It even works in Streamlabs OBS, I believe. But literally you just go into output and then there's a replay buffer at the end and you have to just click enable. And then you have to remember to turn it on. You do have to remember that part. Yeah, we got a mound. We're doing mound things today. My worry here is I really like the look of that drop down section. Like it'll look good from... Yeah. Okay, wait, actually. I'm trying to focus on the slopes and like the general shape of things. And that right there, I love... That's so... Yeah, I just love that. That's... Yeah, that. But you see how it kind of comes up, we level off a bit but still going upwards, and then we go whee. I like that. I think that looks nice. We'll probably have some extra in the background up there, bringing it up further. I mean, obviously eventually this hole in there will be terrain, because we want to merge into that snow biome over there eventually. What is that? Oh, that's my squid farm AFK point. That sucks. It's a terrible squid farm. Cliffside Village over there? Yeah, you want to know what's even better than the Cliffside Village? They've got their own mound. It's a village built into a mound. You couldn't ask for a better custom village spot. And the fact that I haven't done anything with it yet, absurd. But we're saving it. We're saving it because we're going to bring that train all the way around the back here. And it's going to connect in behind. So we're still going to keep the mound with its own, like its donut shape around it. We're keeping that all the way in there. It had a river randomly going around the thing. And then we're going to come back and just transform this whole hill into a cool village. They got their own special rock. Yeah. I don't think there's any villagers left here because I think I've stolen them all.
Keep it real.
But we'll bring some back. Moss on mound? No, dirt on mound. We got moss on side of mound. Gotta get it right. Yeah, I love this thing. It's almost all just pathways because it didn't generate well enough for buildings to spawn in, but it works, it works. Thanks, Bonk. So are you. But Jenny, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate it. Sorry for not being able to satisfy the moss on mound. I mean, we could do a little moss on mound. No. Wow, I really did come through here and raid all of the rooted dirt off of those two. I gotta come and destroy this thing soon. This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't gotta do it now. I don't. This is like a soon. You know, like it's a future soon. Not a now. Just like a future soon. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking about doing a rock here, but I don't want to because that would just be rock and then right above it another rock. We gotta space out our rocks. We gotta think about proper rock positioning. You can't have a rock and another rock. It's not cool. Don't want to double rock, you know. But over here, we're far enough to the side now that we could do a rock. And then we could do this and make this side a lot steeper coming back. That way we get a little variety. Easy. Easy peasy. That'll be a rock right here. Yeah, I can't have too much. Yeah. Sometimes Dwayne just needs to calm down, you know? Doesn't have to be in every movie and every video ever, you know? Any tips for building gigantic trees? Be ready for a lot of pain and suffering and sadness. But hey, it'll look cool in the end. No, I would say really focus on a good branch structure. Very important. Very, very important to have a good branch structure. And the general rule of thumb, I would say, for the height you have your tree going, the tree canopy, as far as it extends out, so the height here needs to be the same distance there and the same distance there. So the height of the whole trunk is about as far out as the branches and leaves need to go. Because originally what I did was the height of the whole trunk was the entire width across here. And if you look at some old videos of the first tree rendition, we came back like 6 months ago, and completely rebuilt the top of the tree. Well, it like doubled it in size, if not more. And it made it look so much better just by expanding the canopy and making it twice the size. So that's the big thing I would say, is if you're trying to build a custom tree, really, really think about how the canopy is where you're going to make or break it. It doesn't matter how great the tree trunk is or anything like that. The canopy of the tree is where a lot of your winning and losing are going to come in from. The The world tree looks so good now. Yeah, I really love how it's turned out. Sorry, I just had to refresh chat. It bugged out on me. So if you sent messages, I apologize. They disappeared for a minute. Will the mountain go to the max world height? It's probably going to be pretty close. It's probably going to be pretty close. Because that is near max world height. We actually have about another 10 blocks on top of where that airship is for the max. And I would love for this to go all the way up there.
I love your videos and been here since day one. What is your biggest inspiration for the world and the direction you're planning to take it? Stay safe and keep on mining and crafting.
Lewis, thanks so much for the dono, and awesome to have you around still, my friend. The biggest thing for me in this world is, I've talked about it a bunch, but my original goal in life was to become a game developer. And I wanted to be one of the people working on MMOs. And that was where a lot of my passion lies. Still lies. Like, I think that's whatever the next phase looks for me, as whatever happens after YouTube, whenever I move on from this or something like that, like, I'm going to try very, very hard to get into game development. And from the art side of, I really love to create worlds and use the world and the direction of everything that's built in the world to tell a story. And so what I really, really want to do is take that into building this entire medieval fantasy world that we have here. And just kind of use the buildings and everything that we create to tell a story without writing any words down. Like, that's my goal. If I can create a whole story here that you as a viewer can look and see what's going on in the world and kind of make your own assumptions about how it all brings together. Like, we have the castle there. We have this old obelisk here next to this wonky looking mountain. We have the world tree. We've got this guy traveling around over there. That was our Star Trader villager from getting that advancement, lives in that blimp now, and he's just traveling the world. So that's where a lot of my passion for building and everything comes from, is that I want to create a world for people to explore. And that's the goal. That's what we do in here. That sounds like what I'm doing as I'm wanting to become a level designer. Yeah. It's the same exact thing. I realized, unfortunately, too late that I went to college to become a game designer, game developer. And then the college I went to, unfortunately, did not have any classes that were about developing art behind video games. It was only about developing the programming and everything. And then that was just kind of a mistake I made on my side of not really understanding what I was getting into. I thought there was another one below that. But it worked out. Like, I'm very happy with where I'm at now, obviously. Like, I'm really happy to be doing what I'm doing. And it's turned into something for me that's been really fun and been really, really rewarding. So, yeah. One day we might get into that. One day I might look into doing something in there. But for now, I'm really happy with what I'm doing here. And I got to create what I want to create instead of what somebody's telling me I should create, which I think is a really big thing. Let's take this back and connect up to there. It's like, if you've been following my content for a while, you know that I don't love lore and like role playing. Like, I love telling a story, but I don't like being the character in the story. Like, I love telling a story of like how a civilization lives or some mystical magical thing, and like building the set and building all of that and showing where all that comes in. But I'm not the person out here who is going to be acting or playing the character or anything like that. So I really like to just build and create like that. If I can like build and create things throughout the rest of my life, like that's the goal. That's what I want to do. Let's bring this forward. Yeah.
Keep it real.
Hey fWhip, what would you say is currently your favorite part of your job? Anything you consistently look forward to getting to do?
One, Allison, thank you so much, Dono. I think it's kind of a lot what I was talking about there is coming up with those big ideas and then figuring out how to implement them. That's definitely, that's like what keeps me interested in doing this. I think, and also like the grind to create it and the grind to do it all and really having that satisfaction of being like, yeah, I did that. I did that. Because a lot of people have always been like, asking like about cheating or anything like that, and I'm very much the type of person where if I were to cheat in this world and like just cut corners, a lot of the satisfaction of finishing all this stuff would be gone. Like it wouldn't be there. Like the drive to continue producing and making content off of this, if I were to just like cut corners once or twice, it would just turn into, this would really feel like a job instead of feels like a hobby. I keep coming back to this phrase of this feels, YouTube for me is a hobby that turned into a job, and I've tried so hard to keep it as a hobby that feels like a job, or a hobby that is a job, or a job that feels like a hobby, whatever, however you want to say it. But yeah, it's something that's been very important to me as I've been doing this, is that I'm maintaining that feeling of I still love what I got to do, which is kind of why, if you rewind at the start of the stream today, I was talking about a few changes in how content's going to be coming in the future. Like, I'm going to allow myself to have a little bit more time for videos and give myself a little bit more of a breathing room when it comes to producing, instead of feeling like I just need to churn out things. So like, there's not going to be a video tomorrow because I just was not able to get it done. I could have gotten it done, but I wouldn't be able to do all the fun special things that I'm doing in the video now. So yeah, I'd say just the creating point, when I'm in the mindset of I want to create and I want to be building something, the amount, probably to a fault, that my brain will just like hyper focus, that I'll look up from the clock and be like, how the heck is it 7 p.m. right now? How did we get to 7 p.m.? I swear it was 1. Like, how did we get here? And I just, like, without even realize, and there'll just be this whole build, just a whole thing in front of me that I won't even really have realized how much time I had spent actually just like fully in the zone creating something. I ran out of moss. Quality over quantity will always be true. Yeah, I felt like my content was kind of turning into more pushing towards quantity, because I was like, oh, I need to get my every Thursday video has to be done now. And I was like, I don't need to be posting a video every week. Like, I don't need to do that. We ever do floating islands? If Minecraft ever comes up with a way to make it so that floating island doesn't just mean mob spawner, or it's somewhere in the ocean below it, I'll do a floating island. 100%. For sure. But I do not at all want to deal with the just random dark circle underneath the floating island. I hate that. It absolutely ruins the immersion of floating fantastical islands for me when you have just this constant creeper spawner like that underneath the cool build that you just made. Or you have to go down and figure out some way to light it up, and then it looks really artificial with just different lights and things throughout. So I don't know. I don't really tend to do too many full floating island builds, and that's mostly why. I'm trying to figure out, I might just... Oh, geez. Okay, that'll stop that from growing through. That's good. But the fact that you don't want to play a character or the reason SOS isn't lore based? No, that's honestly not it at all. The reason it's... I mean, that I would say that's not, I can't fully say that that's not part of the reason why, but the reason why SOS isn't lore based, and I don't want to dive into it too much. I feel like I've said my part on it, and I don't feel like I need to prove myself for why I made that call and why we as the group decided to make the call. Not even me. Like the group made that decision. I was just the one who suggested it. But I think with SOS, a big part of it was that we all wanted to do something simple. We want to do something simple, something fun that is focused on us as Minecrafters, Minecraft YouTubers interacting with each other. And that was it. That's the entire basis behind SOS, is we just wanted to enjoy hanging out with our friends and use that as an excuse to make fun content. Hence where SOS came from. But when you get into having lore and you have storylines, we have a few people in the series that dive in more. If there's any way you could dive into something more than headfirst, that's what some of them do. And it gets to the point where it becomes difficult as creators to interact with people when there's so much lore on the server, especially when you're all working at your own individual storylines, your own individual things going on. It becomes very, very confusing and very taxing to be having all of this lore going on. An example, and this is not a knock on any of my friends, what they created and the content they created, amazing, beautiful. They told a great stories. But when you get into the point of having all those things, and you have Sausage going through and becoming evil Sausage, which he can do, full right. We were telling stories on Empires, that 100%, that was a good decision for him to do, and he had so much fun with it, and that is fantastic. But then you get into the realm of everybody else on the server needs to then know if Sausage is in evil Sausage mode or if he's in regular Sausage mode when he's coming over to interact with you and hang out at your base and record a clip. Because the way you interact with him in that case is going to be so much different. So then by him creating a storyline of him becoming evil Sausage, however that happened, I can't remember, that then forced every single person on the server to alter how they play, because then we now have to be aware of what character he's actively playing at the time, and then also working with him in a way to create bits that serve his character and serve his story arc that he's going on. But then if we have our own story arc that we're trying to do over here and go through these points, we then somehow have to figure out a way to make all of them work together. Everybody has their own happy ending with their different clips. Everybody's still playing their character, but still themselves, and you can see where it gets very, very complicated. And then by doing that, you lose the fun, easy content of us just wanting to be Minecraft YouTubers hanging out with each other, which is what SOS was meant to be from the beginning. So that's the reasoning. Like that's the full reasoning, is that by doing lore heavy SMPs, it creates so much more work on every single creator in there, because then you have to be aware of what every single person is doing more than you would on a normal SMP. On a normal SMP, you can log in and be like, oh, cool, that build popped up over there. Oh, blah, 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 open a new shop. That's awesome. Oh, I can go spend some diamonds there. But then when you're on a lore-focused SMP, it becomes very daunting with how all that stuff is managed, how that translates over, and blah, 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 blah. It's stressful. And frankly, I don't really want to do it anymore. That's a big part of it. So I think it's going to be fairly consistently, it's going to be a rule on any SMP that I host moving forwards. Because I realized it was something that was making me not want to log onto the server. And that sucks. So it's going to be pretty consistent moving forward with. I also don't know how many more SMPs I'm going to host. I think I'm okay with doing some admin responsibilities, but as I've done SOS and Empires and all those, there's so many hours. Like I'm spending probably 10, 15 hours a week, either setting things up or making things. And that's just hours taking away from me actually making content. Those are all like unseen things that just you'll see in a brief instant in a video that somebody posts, but you won't. I really don't get much payout, I guess, from all the hours putting in. They're just kind of sunk cost hours of stuff that needs to happen for the series to go on. And I don't know how much more I'm going to be doing that. I've done a few. I mean, it's kind of traded off. I've hosted a series, Scott's hosted a series, and back and forth for a while. Since X Life, pretty much. And I think Lizzie was the host. Lizzie and Scott were the hosts behind that one. And I think I'm ready to pass the mantle on to somebody else for a while. Somebody else can come up with the next idea and run it. I'll be there to help and make sure the server runs smoothly and everything, but I don't think I'm going to be doing a full hosting bit for another SMP for quite a while. Who did that come through as? Why did I feel like one came through? Was that Cass? Cass, was that you? Thank you so much for the 5 gift memberships. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna throw this out there, but if you need someone to do the server side for you, let me know. See, the server side startup is not that difficult. It's more like the getting in and actually building things. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Eggs. I appreciate it. We get some actual people that'll bring some people on and come be shadow builders to play the 13th character. Or the extra behind the scenes character that just does things. Could be fun. Long live Gobland forever in our memories and our hearts. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Goblin was fun. I had so much fun making that. That was a build that I just, as soon as I saw that cave, I was like, I'm living here. I will make up a build style to let me live in this cave. And I was like, and I don't want to do Dwarven. Dwarven is so overdone. I don't want to do it.
Keep it real.
And I'm really glad I didn't. And this is not a knock on Impulse at all, but because he was doing a Dwarven build in that same season of Hermitcraft, and then being able to chat with him about that during the crossover when he was, because he came over to see the Goblin Cave and everything like that, and the differences in how we were building things, but both of us were just living under a mountain, was so fun to have that conversation about how it was going and how it was working out, and just kind of geeking out over each other's builds and seeing what was there. But like the same starting idea, but such a different execution, and that was so fun to see. It's really cool when you get into, like, as much as he did a Dwarven thing, his Dwarven stuff was very different than what your stereotypical Dwarven builds are. And so it was really cool to see, like, where his brain was going with developing those and kind of sharing that stuff. And then also where I went, fully just breaking the norm out of that and trying to come up with a goblin cave city. It was cool. It was fun.
Pleased to meet you.
Amisha, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you for making great content. Hey, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Robin, thank you so much for the super chat and for the dono. I appreciate that. And Crazy Spec, thank you so much for the gift sub, my dude. I appreciate that. A crossover got me into watching Hermitcraft. Sorry about taking away all your free time. No, that must be. It would have bled through. The grass would have gotten through. We can't let the grass get through. Thinking this whole section here is just going to be moss, just like a big mossy patch going up there, which will be the separating portion. Let's go get some more. Crossover got me into empires. There we go. Do you have new items in the new update? Yeah, I turned on the 1.21 experimental features. So worth. So absolutely worth it. The tough blocks, man. The tough blocks. They're so good. Will there be a season 3 of Empires? Most likely not. We're gonna... the way that I keep saying it, which I think is the way I like to think about it, is there's so many things that we learned through hosting empires and through doing that about how to create content and successful ways of creating content, whatever you want to call it. Like, there are so many things that we as a group of creators learned by doing that were really, really good and so important to learn. And I'm so glad that we took the time to do that. But I think it's helped at least myself figure out where my comfort zone as a creator is and what I enjoy actually creating. And so I don't know where that's going to turn for Empires in the future or whatever that means, but I don't think Empires in its previous form, I would be willing to bet, is gone. Like, I have no intention to host an Empire Season 3. I think if somebody from the crew came over and was like, hey, what do you think about if I were to make Empire Season 3? I would probably be like, can you change the name? You can take the idea, but can you change the name? Just because I don't want somebody to host Empire Season 3 with a whole new cast of characters, you know? That feels a little weird. Like, name it something else at that point. If it's not at least half the cast, if not, I would honestly say, like, most of the cast has to be there. Like, if it's not that, then, like, change the name. So, I would be willing to say it's not there. What about the tough blocks? Dude, the new decorative tough blocks in the 121 update, they are beautiful. They are some of my favorite blocks Minecraft has ever added. They're so good. They're so, so good. And I know that's probably sad news regarding Empires, but I feel like it's worth sharing. And it's not really a sad thing. Like, I think it's the expectation for creators to always be part of certain series and things like that, I think is a unhealthy expectation, especially when it comes to creating content. The worst thing for a creator in any form is being forced into making something that they don't want to make. That is the quickest way to lead to burnout. So I think that's something that I am very, very much keeping an eye on and making sure that whatever I'm producing, whatever I'm making is something that in that moment I am so excited to be making. Hence the reason a lot of my things like the Skyblock series I've done in the past don't last that long, is because I found that I love Skyblock to a point, and then I get like a month in and I'm like, I hate this. I can go 2 months. Empires will be special to me, but not everything can go on for forever. Yeah, I think it's the same thing with so many like TV shows and movies are just like, I think our current media needs a reformat. Like, there's so much in modern media and fandoms and things. Like, I love Star Wars. It's so good. It's so great. And I love it. I think it's awesome. But I am so ready for them to tell new stories within that universe that do not relate to the Skywalkers. Like, there's so much potential in Star Wars that can be had just in the world, the universe that they have created, that does not need to at all be related to the Skywalkers. And the fact that I was ready for like the new Star Wars ones that they brought out to, yeah, like the Mandalorian. It's really good. I love it. And then like Ahsoka was really good. I know still Skywalker-y related, but still felt unique, like not fully tied to it. But yeah, I think a big thing that media today needs is new stories. There's so many stories that have been told so many times over, and they're just throwing in new ones. Like in the latest trilogy of Star Wars movies, when they ended with like Rey becoming a Skywalker, I was just like, no, no. You already had terrible writing, and then you do this? No. It's like, come on now. She doesn't need to be a Skywalker. Come on. We had such an easy out to move beyond this, and you guys just willingly go into it. I couldn't really get into Ahsoka. See, Ahsoka from the Clone Wars is my favorite character, so I was very into it. Yeah, Star Wars Rebels, you really had to get through the first season, and then it got good. But the first season of Star Wars Rebels, not great. I didn't really like too much about what they did with Sabine's character. Kind of annoying. But outside of that, I thought it was cool. I did like what they did with Ezra, though. I thought that was funny. Just kind of turned into a hippie living out in the land. In the best way. Jar Jar is a cool character. They did really well on Jar Jar, especially in the Clone Wars. That dude's so good. What about Bad Batch? I like season 1 of Bad Batch. I tried season 2. I think I finished it, but I wasn't super into it. It turned into a show that I was watching because I just had a massive Minecraft grind to work on that I was like, I need some noise in the background, and this will do. Gotta get some more dirt. I do need to get going soon, so we'll try and fill in this last batch and then call it. Hades has been mediated out for the last 4 years. Just like don't care anything they're putting out these days. Like there's some stuff I want to watch, but I don't really have it at the time. Yeah, I am excited for new. I think a lot of studios are starting to realize that they need to be telling new stories, and I'm excited for that. Like I completely fell out of Marvel. Like I have very, very slim intentions of watching anything Marvel again, because especially now that I haven't watched anything Marvel related for a while, I'm over here like I feel like if I want to watch something Marvel, I need to go back and watch everything that I've missed. Otherwise there's going to be some weird secret crossover that I am not picking up on. That's going to be some major story element leading to something else. I'm like, nah. I can't. Like I can't. No, it's not for me. But I will go back and watch Thor Ragnarok on a yearly basis. I don't know what it is about that movie. I think it's mostly the soundtrack, but I just so good. I know it's not even like considered one of the better ones of the Thor movies, but Thor Ragnarok is, I love it. It's so good. That's like if I'm on an airplane and I can't pick a movie, I will always pick that one. Sid, so many times we're sitting on an airplane and she's like, why are you watching that again? I'm like, leave me alone. Go watch Bridgerton for the 15th time. I'm gonna go watch Thor. No hate on Bridgerton, by the way. Just not for me. But I know some people get that joke. Thor Ragnarok feels like they were just trying to have a good time. Oh yeah, totally. Marvel has been dead since Infinity War. I don't know if dead's the right word for it, but they've definitely been struggling. I think they're in a phase of struggling to find a new direction, because they did everything that they could. They, like, the whole epitome of the storyline that they were working up to, spending years planting the seeds for this grand scheme that they had for all their existing characters, who those actors have been playing for so long, came to an end. Like that is hard to, in one single movie, launch the end of so many of these main characters that they've been running with for 10 plus years. Like that, and not really having a solid direction after, that's hard. That's really difficult. I'm excited for Spider-Verse, off topic, but yeah, Spider-Verse is cool because it's so unconnected. It's so easy. It's so easy to watch, and the animation style is amazing.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a sucker for a good animated movie. Tamiria, thanks so much for the 6 months at tier 2. Hope you and your dogs are doing well. Haven't been able to catch stream in a while, but I'm so happy I could watch some of this one. Eh, lovely to have you. And no worries at all. I like Blue Beetle movie, but not to say it's changing Marvel. I didn't even watch it. That one I was like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna put a marker there. It's my inspiration for my future animation studio. Ooh. Nice. Now we can see the terrain starting to grow. I do like all that. When that grass grows up, that's gonna be pretty cool. See, what we kind of did up here that I'm not a big fan of, we're gonna take our eyeball out for a minute just so we can get the better view. What I did here, which I need to fix, is that terrain came up and then we leveled it. And I need to bring it up more for our view from back here, because you can see here where that is just growing. Like that terrain is just lifting. Where here we kind of did rock face and then flat plateau. It needs to keep lifting. Like this, I want to have like a dirt hill that's going to kind of come up and fill in that space. And then that's going to come back over here and lift up a little bit more. We're going to have big mountain in here. Like that's all going to be... There's actually right here, this is a valley. So that's going to be a valley for this river to go through and probably a lake over on in the back. Then this is going to finish off into the mountain there. It's not even... only the front bit's done. And there's going to be, after the behind the valley, there's going to be another one in here. And then that's going to send back further, probably to another really large valley where this river is going to be coming from. And then that'll slowly dip down into the swamp region where we're going to start the crater. fWhip 10K days videos. I built a custom world in 10,000 hours in hardcore Minecraft. Yeah. I think Endgame just ruined Marvel for me, not going to lie. They killed off a lot of good characters, and even some of the original adventures like Tony. And just made Steve Rogers older, but he's an Avenger, but old. Gonna pretend I can envision what you just said. Yeah. If I hear the word craters, now I'm interested. Well, the crater is gonna be... We're gonna drain the swamp biome and pull a loony. But that's not for a good distance out the back here. See how much can load from standing on top of this rock. I really need to finish this rock. I hate how it looks. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, this is fine. But right about there, slightly unloaded, is the end stronghold. Or the overworld stronghold to get to the end. So I wanted to take this entire area and create like a massive crater in here that sinks down and reveals the stronghold. Then we transform the stronghold into something else. And then we use that as a way to create something where we can get into the end. Because everybody keeps asking me to transform the stronghold. So I feel like I gotta do something cool with it, you know? Here, we'll go land on our air balloon. I think my FK point's there, but hopefully it works up here. This is my slime farm. But yeah, the stronghold is right there. Or it's right here. I think it's right there. But the portal itself is somewhere right in here. But my entrance is like right over there. But yeah, the plan is to take this entire area here. Like all of that. Probably, I kind of want to keep the slime farm. So maybe we'll just do like there, which is massive. And we're going to drain that. That mountain range eventually is going to be coming on along to border the back of it and separate the crater from that ocean. And then we have to, yeah, well, there's a lot of underwater caves here, unfortunately, so it's going to be a pain in the butt. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. This over here is going to be something. Holy cow, what the heck just happened to my chat? So many messages. Everything just flew. Ah, weird. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for that one. We'll see what happens when it gets there. Where do you think the center of the mountain will be? It's going to be a whole mountain range. Like, there's going to be a bunch of mountains in here connected. 3 slime. Worth. So worth it. That's not the best slime farm you can get, but it's a great surface level slime farm. Can you see what I'm saying? I can see what you're saying. Ah, there's the entrance. Right there. I do know that we're going to have a massive open, like, this is going to be massive in here, because I want to keep my spruce tree chopping zone, because I like my spruce tree chopping zone. We're just going to have a cave to get down into it. But look at that from underneath. Ooh, that's a lot of lighting glitches from all of our path blocks. I have heard about some data packs you can use to raise the max world height, and they're fully vanilla. Like, you don't need a mod to do it. Like, you can purely do it off a data pack. And I was like, no, but no, but no, but we could, but no, but we could, but we could. Crater might be the perfect spot for a floating island. True. But my goal is to turn the crater into a custom lush cave. We're gonna need so much small drip leaf. So much. It's gonna be terrible. I'm gonna hate it. But maybe because it's outside, we can do mostly large drip leaf, because you wouldn't really be able to tell. Are you satisfied with the 1.21 content? I think I am. I think Trial Chamber is going to be fun. They'll be really cool to check out and see where they go. But I mean, I'm mostly in it for the new building mechanics, and the crafter I think is going to be cool, because it's actually going to be something that redstone wise is not just a set up a farm and forget it, follow tutorial to get it done. Like, the crafter is something that I feel like we're going to consistently revisit. I think that was 4 shulker boxes today, something like that. But yeah. That's the way it do. Alrighty, my friends. I think that's going to wrap it up for today's stream, because I got to finish these. I got to finish some new builds. We got some stuff. Hopefully a new video will be out on Thursday next week. Technically another grotto build. Kind of. A little bit. I would love to do like a giant cave underneath a train. I think that'd be really cool to not recreate Gobland, but kind of, I think like a skulkified cave could be really fun. But it's gonna be a difficult one to figure out as we're going, but we'll see where it lands. All those projects, I'm only planning above ground stuff for now. The underground stuff can come as it goes later when we want to get the ideas moving, anything like that. We got enough projects as is. I need to focus on finishing the ones I have instead of doing new ones. So that's what that is. Thank you all so very much. Next stream on Friday, right? Yeah. We'll probably be doing hardcore again, to be honest. I'm just really inspired to be working here, so I'm letting my brain work on the things that I'm inspired to be working on, instead of feeling like I have to force myself to balance series. So right now I really want to be focusing on hardcore, so we're going to be doing that. But yeah, thank you all so very much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely amazing, but I'm out of here for now. So peace out and goodbye.